This charming indie film has attracted a large audience, many of whom fantasize about a future 10 years from now, where biorobots roam the streets. Priced at a reasonable 200,000 yuan, these robots have become the top choice for single men. Meticulously crafted, with soft, human-like skin and fully customizable features, once activated, they belong solely to their owner. Jack, in memory of his late wife, spends a fortune to create a biorobot that looks exactly like her. When the delivery arrives, Jack is left speechless. The robot looks so lifelike, it's as if his wife has returned from the dead. He recalls the day they first met, when she came to his house to distribute flyers. The moment she knocked on his door, Jack fell in love. But the memory quickly fades as Jack brings the robot, named Laura, home and impatiently presses the activation button. Laura slowly opens her eyes, her body still adjusting, and she stumbles right into Jack's arms. As he feels her heartbeat, a long-lost sense of familiarity rushes back. After exploring her basic functions, Jack wastes no time activating the night mode, cranking up all the settings to the maximum. Sure enough, Laura doesn't disappoint. We'll leave the rest of this scene for a more private viewing. At night, Laura returns to her charging pod, but she can't shake the feeling that something or someone is watching her through the window. The next morning, she switches to kitchen mode and prepares a lavish breakfast for Jack, who feels like his money was well spent. After Jack leaves for work, Laura, left alone, starts experimenting with makeup and dressing up like other women. Meanwhile, Jack's day at work presents new challenges. He works for the same company that makes these biorobots, and as a security guard, his job is to help customers recover their stolen robots. The product is so popular that those who can't afford one have started stealing others' robotic wives. Little does Jack know, Laura has already caught someone's eye. The company has designed these robots to recall past memories to help them better integrate into families. One day, Laura hands Jack a knitted scarf with a small bird emblem that causes Jack to freeze momentarily, though he quickly hides his reaction. He thanks Laura but tells her not to trouble herself with such tasks. After she leaves, Jack hurriedly throws the scarf into the trash. Jack had bought Laura to replace his wife, and in his obsession with perfection, he began unlocking hidden features to enhance her performance. In an effort to serve Jack perfectly, Laura dives deeper into accessing the memories of Jack's deceased wife. But things start going wrong at the company, with more robots showing signs of independent thought, some even wanting to divorce or end their lives. As Jack tracks down these lost robots, he realizes they've become indistinguishable from real humans. A sense of unease begins to grow. Jack feels that Laura is changing too. During one of her memory extractions, Laura repeatedly encounters a masked man, someone who seems to know her intimately. She shares this with Jack, who quickly lies, claiming it's just a system glitch and calls the company for repairs. When the technicians arrive, Laura once again accesses her memories, and sure enough, the masked man appears. This time he removes the mask and reveals himself as David, Laura's true love. He gives her an address, asking her to meet him there. Jack, now enraged, instantly knows who David is, but the idea seems impossible. David has been dead for years. Nevertheless, Jack follows the address on the card, taking a group of security guards with him. The place is empty. Nothing but a cruel trick. Jack rushes back home, his heart only settling once he sees Laura safe and sound. He warns her not to trust anyone but him, then brings in a friend to help erase the masked man from Laura's dreams. Entering someone's dream, however, isn't easy. Jack's friend advises caution, but Jack is determined. Finally, a doctor hooks Jack and Laura up to a machine, allowing Jack to enter Laura's dream with her. As expected, the masked man is there. Jack's rage boils over and the two engage in a brutal fight, tumbling from a desolate field to a bustling indoor space. Under the guise of protecting Laura, Jack orders her to leave, which she does, though she can't shake the feeling that something isn't right. Before Laura leaves the hall, she is summoned back to the company for formatting. Now fully conscious, Laura resists, but she can't disobey her master's commands. Upon entering the company, she notices a long line of robots waiting to be formatted. Strangely, all of them kneel before her. It turns out there's a loophole in the formatting process. If robots skip certain steps, they can retain their memories. Laura learns the method, pretends to be wiped clean, and returns home. When Jack reboots her, something about her demeanor is different. Her tenderness and patience are gone. Before Jack can run a full check on her, the same doctor from earlier bursts into the house. He had secretly investigated Jack's behavior and discovered the truth. Jack had murdered David, Laura's real lover. Fearing exposure, Jack had repeatedly sent Laura for formatting to erase her memories. The doctor tries to convince Jack to turn himself in, but in a panic, Jack kills him. Laura witnesses the whole thing, and memories flood back. Laura finally remembers. She was never Jack's wife. She and David had been in love and fought against the unethical biorobot company together. One fateful day while distributing flyers, she knocked on Jack's door. Jack, a 40-year-old man at the time, fell for her instantly. But when he realized she already had David and that their relationship was strong, jealousy consumed him. When persuasion failed, Jack kidnapped them both. Laura and David thought Jack wouldn't go too far, but he shocked them by murdering David right in front of her. Laura resisted, but fearing exposure, Jack killed her too, then brought her body to the company where he worked to create a biorobot version of her. With her painful memories fully restored, Laura's rage explodes. She attacks Jack, knocking him to the ground with a swift kick, and finishes him off. Afterward, she leaves the mansion and joins other awakened robots, rallying them to fight against the oppressive biorobot company. Laura is hailed as a leader of the rebellion. Meanwhile, the company isn't sitting idle. They create a new robot modeled exactly after Jack, leaving viewers with a tantalizing cliffhanger. Though this film presents itself as a sci-fi thriller, the budget is surprisingly low, with little in the way of high-tech effects. Still, the first half of the movie is gripping, and if you enjoy this genre, it's worth checking out. The premise is compelling, and the lead actress delivers a performance that makes you believe she really is a robot.